I was thinking, what if we took out all those signs that said no ball games and just replaced them with signs that said, are you coming out to play?
This kind of thing works, and everybody just getting all their hearts out and all their stuff out. I think it's lovely. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I've been asked to do public speaking before, but if you don't like your own voice, you don't understand why somebody else wants to hear it.
The social work office, or where we're having these meetings and stuff, it needs to be a place of healing and not trauma, not re-traumatizing people and stuff. And that can be done with the creative imaginations of parents, service users, everyone. So I just wanted to add that in there.
The imagination is what's going to save us, but it's about the relational as well. It's about how do we create place for people in relationships.
Connection and that safety to be ourselves in that moment as well.
What's been created here, the love and the relationships, to love is to act, is kind of is growing beyond children's services, and it's kind of going across the council. And I think it would just be so profound if some of the things that we've learned from this was how we did politics.
I think in terms of the future, it absolutely needs to start with people, and rather than starting with processes, and start with love.
I feel the future of social work lies relationship and humanizing people, listening and challenging, ourselves and things that have been written about people, using our curiosities.
And naturally it was passion, but it could only come out in anger. So anyone who read that just instantly had a stereotype of me. So I then became a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think I'm angry, I'll just be angry then, because no one's helping me. So I just wanted to put that out there, like I say, going full circle.
Always like to add that the professionals that are writing down the information in 10 years' time, maybe you might not be in the same career, but what you've written down is going to stick with the families forever. So we really have to be mindful and humanise the assessment when we're going through it, because that then supports the families differently.
I am now love. I am a cold coconut water on a 33-degree day. I'm an empath. I am the hammock of my existence. I am the captain of my ship. I'm instrumental in transforming others' lives. I'm a bastion for systemic change.
But how services can think about how they respect that in their work, that is values that are alive out there in our community.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I'm a foster carer, and I'm also the chair of CAF, which is Camden Association for Foster Carers. In my role, I do a lot of advocacy with foster carers, and what I was finding that there was, they felt unsupported when it came to looking after children, black children in care and foster children. We came up with the Replenish box, which is a box that has products in for black children, for their hair and their skin.
But it only works if we can, we want to express our wants and needs, but that's only effective if other people listen to it.
I felt safe sharing with you. I felt safe. I sent you the judgment, and I've never sent that to anybody else.
The only people who do know what it's like to recover from something, or to recover from an injury or an illness, is someone who's been through it. So unless you've lost a leg, you don't have a clue what it's like to recover from that.
We forget to think about the first love we experience from our parents, the first love we give to our parents, and to those really important people that are around us.
The priority is therefore to imagine going back and standing beside our younger selves in all their difficulties. So most therapists we will come across are likely to be less than what they should be. We should not despair or blame the profession as a whole. We should trust our instincts, politely leave, and keep searching until we find someone who combines kindness, intellectual grit, humour, insight, warmth, and an ability to guide us masterfully back to our younger, traumatised selves. We will be very lucky if we find this therapeutic figure at once, but the eventual prize should make even the longest search worthwhile. Thank you, Mike, for being my therapist.
One of our young people had a really traumatic experience and ended up in A&E. And this duty social worker decided that she wasn't going to leave this 16-year-old after this traumatic experience. and stayed in A&E with her all night and made sure that she was there to hold her hand and support her.
Your phrases of sorrow conjure the wandering stars, your interest in the old, the worn and worn out, the declined, the time-ravaged, the eroded and blighted, your collection of the used, abused and abandoned treasures that you collect daily with your shopping trolley, with an old transistor radio tied to the handle.
One thing I found today was that one person that I was afraid of took her mask off, and I felt like we were equals, and I think that's going to help us move forward.
And I think today, for me anyway, real profound change has happened, and this group of people is enough to change the world, and to let enough of those ripples and those small changes that we create a movement that leads to the transformation that we've talked about.
Wowee. It was worth staying with that, wasn't it? It was like really proper deep, do you not think?